I am big. I am so big. I am big. I am so big. I am big. I am so big. I am big. I am so big.
Night snow in the window, orange lights in the frost. Austria fell endless back then, I did not know. You can miss a place like you miss a version of yourself. We came in with wet boots and red frozen hands, teen years packed tight in jackets and plans. Skis by the wall, heat rising slow, dark little room with a mountain glow. Outside the slope was a ribbon of white, cut through the silence, cut through the night. I lived for the cold and the pull of the run, the chairlift rising toward a pale winter sun. Back then the world fell far below, small from the lift, buried in snow. For a few hours I did not feel trapped, just stealing the cable and skis in my lap. I left pieces of myself in Austria, on the last lift on the first clean line. Somewhere between being young and being older, I lost that life and called it time. Now I stand in rooms that do not move me, count work days, watch the seasons pass. But part of me is still on that mountain looking down through frozen glass. I remember a scrape of the edges at dawn, the empty piss before the crowd had gone on. The air so sharp it burned going in, but I felt more alive in the cold on my skin. Some runs were fast, some long and still, cross-country tracks through a sleeping hill. Some days were slalom, hard turns and speed, like the snow understood exactly what I need. No speeches, no answers, no fixing my head, just gravity, silence and wide overhead. The kind of peace that does not stay, the kind that leaves when you grow away. I did not know those years within that memory would lock them in. I thought one more trip would always come, and winter kept score for everyone. I left pieces of myself in Austria, on the last lift on the first clean line. Somewhere between being young and being older, I lost that life and called it time. Now I wake up far from that skyline with tired bones and a louder mind. But part of me is still on that mountain where snow made the darkness easier to survive. 5 years, maybe more, since I last stood there, breathing that cold, clean mountain air. And it hurts in a quiet, stubborn way, like grief for something that did not die, just drift away. Because it was never only skiing to me, it was one place my head could breathe, one place the noise would finally thin, one place I did not mind living in. I left pieces of myself in Austria, in teenage tracks, the wind erased, in every lift that climbed through morning, and every run I could not replace. And maybe one day I will go back there, older now with more to carry inside. But I know I will be chasing a ghost and the boy on the slope I left behind. Last lift, last run, Austria under a fading sky. And me too young to understand that some goodbyes happen long before you say them. Ooh, you say them. cold air in my lungs, snow under borrowed light, Austria in the distance, and me still too young to know those would be the nights I miss. I was a teenager with frost on my sleeve, breath in the dark, too tired to leave. Morning was white and the mountains were still, waiting on skis and a downhill thrill. Boots on the floor in a warm little room, window all far from the heat and the gloom. I pulled on the gear, half asleep, half alive, then stepped in the winter like I had arrived. One trip a year, that was enough to keep me going. 1 week in the snow and the rest of a life felt smaller below. I miss Austria more when life gets heavy. Those slopes, those mornings, that teenage sky, cross-country silence, slalom turns, the kind of freedom that never asks why. Now it's been years since I cut through that white, years since the cold made me feel alright. I still see the mountains when I close my eyes, and it hurts that some parts of you only live in goodbye. I knew the sound of edges on ice, that clean, sharp whisper, steady and precise. I knew the sting in my cheeks from the wind, and the peace that came when the run would begin. Some kids had summer, some kids had the sea, but winter in Austria meant something to me. Not perfect, not magic, not some fairy tale, just snow, speed, silence, and breathe in the trail. I love the cross country, the long frozen glide, the quiet where thoughts had no place left to hide, and slalom too fast turns bite in the ground, like for a few minutes my head shut down. Back then I didn't know how fast those years were leaving. I thought snow would wait, like it was something I could always walk back into. I miss Austria more when life gets heavy. Those slopes, those mornings, that teenage sky, cross-country silence, slalom turns, the kind of freedom that never asks why. Now it's been years since I stood in that white, years since the cold made the dark sit right. I still hear the mountains when the room goes still, and I hate how memory can keep you there when nothing else will. 5 years, maybe more, since I last let winter carry me, and I don't know when I stopped being that kid who only felt like with skis under his feet. Now I live with walls and work in time, with old routines and a louder mind. But somewhere in me, that teenager stays, carving through Austria in a blue-white haze. I miss Austria more